Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Still can't believe that it has been a month since the year started, and yeah, so I'm just really excited to talk about all the 5 books I have read in the month of January. I know it's not that much, but I really love them, so why not talk about them? So without any further ado, let's get started. Books I read in the month were absolute chef's kiss, and they were all very good except one book which was kind of disappointing to me, but it was still good. They were all very good books, and the first book I read was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is my first Jane Austen book and I absolutely loved it. This is also my first book in the romance genre, so yep. The story basically chronicles around the Bennet family, who has 5 daughters. Mrs. Bennet's only goal in life is to get all her 5 daughters married off to wealthy households so that their future is secured. Remember, this book is based in the Regency era, so do not judge. And the timing could not have been better because the most eligible bachelor, Mr. Bingley, arrives in their neighborhood, and Jane falls in love with Mr. Bingley. Mr. Bingley's best friend, Mr. Darcy, falls in love with Jane's younger sister, Elizabeth, and the story just follows that. And it's a very light-hearted read, and if you do not like romance books, you will like it, because you know the writing is very good. And also, if you are not very privy to classic literature, you will also like this one, because it's very easy to find audiobooks for this book, especially the free ones. So if you do not like the text, like if you find it difficult to read, you can always listen to an audiobook while you read it. So yeah, I rate this book 5 stars, and it was the best book I read in the entire month. What's wrong with my English? I do not know. The second book I read in the year of 2022 and in January is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I absolutely love this book. BookTube and BookTok have been raving about it, so I was just, I'm giving up. I'll just read it, and it was amazing. Could not have made a better decision about it. So the story basically revolves around this bygone era Hollywood starlet called Evelyn Hugo and her 7 husbands. It has a very grey morality protagonist, that is Evelyn Hugo. Like, the book is basically based on her flaws as a character and her flaws as a person, so I really like that. She's not your usual doodh ka dhula hua heroine. She is not the best, she isn't the worst, she is absolutely perfect. She's very human-like. The characters are really lovable. The writing is immaculate. I really like the layout of it, and I am really excited to read more Taylor Jenkins Reid books, but they are like really expensive in India. And what happened? Okay, I guess this is going into my video of reading BookTok books. Again, I highly recommend this book, and I rated a 4 star. The next book I read in the month of January was At Bertram's Hotel by Agatha Christie. So basically, Miss Marple is staying at this really fancy hotel called the Bertram's Hotel, and some terrible things happen there. And there's this Scotland Yard officer who tries to solve the mystery, and Miss Marple kind of gives him clues. Like, she tells him whatever she knows, and she just kind of helps him in finding the true criminal here. And it was a good book in terms of the build-up, but the whole ending, it was just not it. It could have been much better. I do not like the ending at all. It was very disappointing, kind of. I hoped for some more shebang from Agatha Christie, at least like the legend herself, but it was just not it. So I guess it's a 2-star read for me, but I do still recommend it to you because the build-up was nice. I like the atmospheric fact of it. Next book is the best ever. It's my most favorite, The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. It was amazing. It's so good. I can't even explain how good it is. So the story basically revolves around Robert Langdon. If you have read Angels and Demons, you will understand it, because like it's the second book in the Robert Langdon series. I haven't read Angels and Demons, although I really want to, so I have ordered it on Amazon. So basically there's this museum curator called Jacques Saunier, and he is found dead in the Louvre Museum of Paris. The story revolves around the treasure hunt kind of mystery. Robert Langdon, the symbologist from Harvard, and Sophie Neveu, a cryptographer in the French law enforcement and like the French police force, and like they try to solve the murder, like who murdered Jacques Saunier, and also like Jacques Saunier was a part of this secret society, and the secret society has been guarding some kind of a secret that the Vatican does not want to come out. So Jacques Saunier leaves clues for his granddaughter, that is Sophie, big bombshell there, and Robert to find out what the secret is. I absolutely love the writing in this book. It is amazing. The atmosphere, it's kind of an atmospheric book, like it's very dark and it's a thriller and it's an absolute banger. And yeah, it's amazing. I can't even explain how amazing it is. I give it a 4.5 star. The last book I read in this month is like the most famous Agatha Christie book ever. It's my favorite Agatha Christie book so far, and I know like the whole world loves it, and that's The Murder on the Orient Express. So basically our main character Hercule Poirot goes on this trip, not actually a trip, he like goes on this train called the Orient Express, and terrible things like a murder takes place on this train, and he tries to solve it, and it is absolutely amazing. I really like the layout of this book. Like it's nothing like the Miss Marple books I have read so far. I have only read like 4 Agatha Christie books, and except this one, all of them are Miss Marple books. So it was amazing for me to read Hercule Poirot. I know I said that I like Marple a lot, but I guess I like Poirot more now. And yeah, this was so amazing. I can't stop raving about it, and I finished it just today and I'm obsessed. It's very, very nice. I definitely recommend it. I most definitely recommend it to every single person on the face of the earth, and I rate it a 5 star. That's it for today's video. I had an amazing reading month, as I told you earlier. The books were amazing. I highly recommend every single book in this video to be read by you at least once in your life, because they are all amazing. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Meet you next time. Until then, bye bye and take care.